Hey you guys, this is Jaren, and right now we're going to go over a really awesome concept and tool in programming called parameters. So parameters are special variables that will allow you to have certain points of flexibility in functions when you call them. All right, now if you don't really know what a function is or what a variable is, I would definitely recommend starting with those concepts and those badges. All right, so as usual, I like to have a real life application to how these concepts work. So a really good example of this is how you greet people. Okay, so notice how when you greet people, a lot of times it'll be the same. You might say, "Oh, hey, what's up, Bob?" or "Hey, what's up, Mike?" And in a sense, you might even say that your brain has sort of defined a greeting function. And there's a part of that greeting function that's the same. That's the "Hey, what's up" part. And then there's a part of that greeting that's different each time, and that's the name part. That's the who you're greeting part, right? And so that who you're greeting part is like a critical point of flexibility. And that's exactly how parameters work in functions in programming. And they're beneficial for that same reason. They provide flexibility and allow you to sort of template certain things that you're doing. Okay, so in this example, we've got a function called column, and as you could probably guess, it makes a column of blocks by having a drone place a block, move up, and then repeat 10 times. Now, a huge drawback to this function is that every single time we call it, it's going to make a column that's exactly the same height. Okay, uh, and that's a big drawback because as you could imagine, it would be like if you could only greet somebody with the same name every single time. That would not be very good, right? There's all sorts of different names, just like there's columns that are needed of all sorts of different heights. So really we should make this part of the function a parameter. Okay, and a parameter is declared with your function definition here by clicking this star. Then you drag this block over to these braces, and you give it a name. So as you can see, parameters are also referred to as inputs here. Okay, so we've declared this parameter, and a couple of things have changed. One is that we've got a variable available called height. So we'll want to implement this height variable in our function right where the height is determined, which the height of the column is determined right here. So we'll put this height here, and then we'll also want to move our drone back down to where it started by moving it down that same distance, the distance of height. That's how high how high the drone moved. Okay, so now one other thing has changed. Notice that our function call in main has now got a notch that's meant to take some value that's representing the height. And that's because now we've got a parameter defined with that function. So each function call will need to have what's called an argument, which is the value that you want that parameter to hold when this particular function call executes. Okay, so if we've got a function call to column with a height of 8, we should expect the column resulting from this function call to be 8, right? Yep, okay, so let's also try moving the drone right a couple just for testing after that function call, and then call the same function with a height of 3 just to make sure that we can have that flexibility. All right, so let's give that a try. All right, perfect. Now we've got a column of 8 and a column of 3. Perfect. Okay, so to summarize, parameters are variables that allow you to have more flexibility when you call functions. And they make it so that when you call that function, you have different options. All right, thanks for watching, guys.